Hello everyone, it's the Canadian Futures Trader here. Welcome to the channel and welcome to the video.
Gotta get more followers.
If you're not already, be sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, get notified every time I put out a brand new video. Guys, today's video, dual purpose. Couple things going on, guys. For one, Earn2Trade this past week announced that not only can you have multiple evaluation accounts, which you always could, but now you can have multiple funded accounts. That is right. In the past, you could do a few evaluations, but it ultimately would be limited to one funded account, not anymore, guys. As I am prone to do, I like to see how things work. I like to get you guys the scoop. I wanted to make sure that you could actually trade these accounts at the same time using trade copiers, etc. So today's video, I'm going to show you me trading two Earn2Trade accounts at the same time using Replikanto, which I also just recently started using. Guys, I have two trades for you guys. So I'm going to be pointing out the multiple accounts with Earn2Trade, which is fairly straightforward. And then as well, I'm going to show you a few little things about Replikanto, something that happened in a previous video where I was first trying out Replikanto. I actually reached out to them. They let me know how to solve my issue. Had to do with the stops. Got that fixed. Everything is working smooth, guys. Let's take a look at this first trade. Now, actually, before I hit the play button, what you are looking at, I apologize, first of all, for all the yellow blanking out my account numbers on the various places. But essentially, let's start on the right. We're looking at two Ultra Bond depth of markets. On the right, I have one of my Earn2Trade accounts. On the second, I have my other Earn2Trade account. Now, you can't see the account numbers, but I am logged into my one Earn2Trade login for Rithmic, and both my accounts showed up. So just to give a bit of backstory, you do have to do different emails when you sign up for multiple accounts. Each account needs to be under a different email. Somehow, through the power of magic, Earn2Trade figured out that under my second email, that account belonged to me. I didn't have to contact them. I didn't have to do anything. They automatically assigned that account to me. So when I log into Rithmic, I see both accounts the same as I would anywhere else that offers multiple accounts. So that was a non-issue and a welcome surprise. I really thought I'd have to contact support and say, hey, I signed up under this other email. Can you assign that account to my original account? Didn't have to do any of that. It was just there. So that is off to a great start. So Ultra Bond on the right is kind of my original account, if you will. On the left is my new account. Down here on the bottom, these are the order boxes for the two depth of markets. And then on the left here, you see Replikanto. I kind of have it cut off a little bit, but you see what you need to see. So right here, kind of where my arrow is where I select kind of the leader account, and I'm choosing this one. I'm going to be executing my orders on the right-hand depth of market, and then which account to copy it to. Now you see here, Replikanto only lists all your other accounts that you're logged into. So you see three other accounts here. There's a Sim 101, which is kind of a default NinjaTrader account. You see the top one here says NinjaTrader Continuum. That's my own personal brokerage account. I stay logged into it. I actually kind of leech off the data from it because it's a little bit better quality, if you will, and I pay for it. And in the middle here, you see Earn2Trade. That is my second Earn2Trade. If I didn't have a second Earn2Trade account, you wouldn't see it listed here. So I have that enabled. I'm going to let this play. Like I said, I have two trades for you guys. And this isn't so much about the trades themselves, but I want to kind of point out entering the trade, how quickly it replicates on the second depth of market, i.e. my second account, as well as some stop loss and take profit action. Let's go. So in this first trade, I'm going to be going short, and I go short for 4 contracts. I mean, you saw it. I mean, it replicates like pretty instantly. So I'm short at 08 and I'm short at 08. I'm going to pause this for a sec because I'm doing a lot really quickly. So I went short at 08. It immediately went short at 08 over here. So we have the exact same position, and I'm short for 4 contracts on both of these. Now I have this, again, Replikanto is kind of cut off, but I have it set to exact quantity. So whatever I do on the right, it will exactly duplicate it on the left. Now the second point, and I'm actually going to back this video up just a smidge. And let it play here. So let me pause it here. So in my previous video about Replikanto, I had an issue where I placed a stop loss and it did not copy over. And the reason is that Jigsaw just kind of kept it local within Jigsaw. Now Replikanto is really running off of NinjaTrader, right? Well, the good people at Replikanto reached out to me and said, CFT, you just need to make a small tweak on Jigsaw, and it will copy over your stop loss. And you see that down here on the order box. That is why I wanted to make sure these were up. Normally I select, and now if you don't use Jigsaw, you're not going to care about this so much. You can skip ahead or do whatever you want. In Jigsaw, I typically have it set to auto, which means depending on where I click on the depth of market, Jigsaw just figures out what it is I want to do. They said if you specifically choose stop loss when you're placing your stop loss and set the stop loss volume to 0 or leave it blank, it will then send that stop loss order to NinjaTrader, which means Replikanto can grab it and stick it on my other account. And that's exactly what I do. So the only thing I have to kind of monkey with is I normally use auto. I had to quickly click on stop loss, have this set to 0, press my stop loss, and then I switch it back to auto just because that's what I'm used to operating with. So I'm going to let this play, but you'll see here I've selected stop loss down here. I'm going to press a stop up here. It's going to immediately replicate it, and then I'm going to change this back to auto. And that all happens relatively quick. You see the stop loss, and boom, I'm back to auto like a magician, moving at lightning speed. You wouldn't have even seen it if I hadn't paused the video and pointed it out. But I wanted to make sure any Jigsaw fellow users out there knew exactly how to manage that feature. So guys, at this point, we have our order. We are short 4 contracts at a price of 0.8. We have our stop loss. As well, I believe in this trade, and I believe the next one as well, I moved the stop loss around just to show that it will copy the movement in the stop loss as well. All right, guys, we are excited already because this trade is moving in our favor. So I am moving my stop loss down. I didn't quite have my DOMs lined up properly. That's why they were slightly off. But you can look at the prices and see 11. I moved it to 10. Like it's like instant. It's like mirror image, which is perfect. That's what we want in a trade copier. That is the whole point. I'm going to be able to execute over here and copy over to here. Guys, while this trade plays out, I will mention my next attempt will be trading over a network. So I'll be trading on one machine, and the trades will be copied over to my laptop as well, and I'll be logged into a completely different account on that machine. So you see here, this trade is well in our favor. I moved my stop loss, which is really a take profit, down to the price of 0.7. It's 0.7 here on the left. They're just not lined up properly. I didn't line them up. That's what I'm doing here, just to line them up. Just visually more appealing when they are side by side, lockstep. So guys, at this point, getting back to just the trade itself, I was really hoping to see this push through the lows and break. It really wasn't happening, and eventually here I kind of give up on this trade and I just take the profit that this trade has given me. So I'm getting ready here to move my stop loss down. That's why my arrow's kind of hovering there, but I eventually, not to ruin the surprise, but I eventually just set a take profit, I believe even right at this price of 0.4. It was either 0.05 or 0.4. We'll see it here in a second. And I get taken out at that price. And then, of course, I have Jigsaw set up that as soon as one order executes, it cancels all other open orders. So as soon as my position closes, it cancels out all the stop losses and everything else to go with it. So again here, I am sitting and waiting. I'm really hoping to see some activity, build a flurry of activity to push this down, but we're not really seeing anything to give us an indication that they're going to continue to push this. There's a bit of backtick. And at this point, I believe I'm still iffy. And there you go. So I'm going to pause this real quick before it executes. So I basically set a take profit right here at the current activity. As soon as some contracts trade, this will take me out. I'm in Q position 12. So once this clears out a little bit, it will take out my trade. And you see it identical over here. You're seeing the same volume quantities listed, same orders. I mean, that was instantaneous. So working out great. I'm going to hit play. This clears out. Basically, we take a $375 winner on this account. And hey, side bonus, $375 winner on this account as well. And there you go. Okay, guys, and for this next trade, it's another short trade. It's basically identical to the previous one, and honestly, I have these out of order. I did this trade first and the other one second, just in my replay. I kind of did it wrong. So what I'm demonstrating there, I'm going to pause that because that was kind of the point of why I did it. Again, I'm showing that the stop loss, if you hit stop loss on Jigsaw, on the order box, hit the volume 0, it will duplicate it in the other account. And not only that, I'm showing that as I move it around kind of rapidly, the other one is following right behind. So that's what you're seeing me do here. I'm clicking, moving. I mean, it's about as quick as it could be. So I'm short at the price of 0.9 in this trade. This one doesn't play out as long. I actually goofed that up. This is something that you need to be careful of with Jigsaw. You'll see here, I'm just going to back this up. I'm trying to set a take profit, but I'm in a short position, so I need to buy to get out of my position. But I clicked on the sell column. That's the danger with using auto is, if you do something wrong, it's just going to do it for you. But I quickly notice it. I cancel this, and you see it duplicated it. So I quickly cancel this and then re-enter a proper take profit, which would be a buy. So let's point that out. CFT is not infallible to making mistakes, and there you go. I have my proper take profit, and I believe we quickly catch this one for a $250 winner on each trade. Guys, boom, it is magic. Trading the treasuries for fun and profit. Guys, hopefully that helped demonstrate a few things. Mainly, again, what I want to show was one, yes, Earn2Trade, you now have multiple accounts. They are under one login. You can trade them at the same time. And, you could put them up side by side and do it manually, or you could use something like Replikanto, like I've been using. This is a lot of fun. I definitely pushed off getting into trade copiers for a long time, but so many people requested, so many people had questions. I finally dived into the world of trade copiers, and I highly recommend Replikanto. If you use NinjaTrader, it works really well. There's a link down below to Earn2Trade. There's a link down below to Flowbots, who makes Replikanto. And as well, guys, I recommend you check out my website. I keep it updated with the latest and greatest in trader evaluation, deals, promotions, reviews. I write articles. I'm doing a 150K Gauntlet Mini giveaway with Earn2Trade. If you see this video the first few days of November 2021, guys, all the more reason to subscribe to my YouTube channel as well. Thanks so much for watching, everybody, and I'll see you in the next video.